Hello, everyone. I'm Joshua William Gelb, and welcome to Theater in Quarantine. It's Thursday, March 18th, and it is 7 o'clock here in New York City. Thank you for tuning in and joining me for Honestly Sincere by Liza Birkenmeier. I want to share a couple of things before we get started. First, what you are about to see tonight is live. This is not a film or a pre-recorded broadcast, or I would have edited out the little stutter part. This is happening right now in a closet in my apartment. It's been almost a year now since I converted the closet behind me into the Theater in Quarantine, and along with my collaborators and my co-creative director, Katie Rose McLaughlin, I want to say thank you for tuning in and helping to make this project such a huge success. Now, if you like what you see tonight, please feel free to give us a donation, big or small. You can do so at any point during the show. You can do it directly in the chat or through our donation link on our website. Now, any and all proceeds go directly to the artists whose work you're about to see tonight. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on all things TiQ. Is that it? Wow, we really shortened the speech this time. So I think we're almost ready. Tonight's show will be approximately 30 minutes. If you want to say hi to Katie Rose, Liza, Staab, Sara, or myself, please stay tuned after the show for a brief chat with us about our process and the work. Now let's get started. I'm going to take a 1-minute break so I can get into places. And well, thank you again and enjoy Honestly Sincere.
Hello?
The faceplate on this Nokia is a British flag because my mom is obsessed with the British flag.
My mom is obsessed with the French flag.
It's a step toward art, but she's 43.
Ohio was French before the revolutions. That was a joke, by the way. Who is this?
Greta,
Are you calling me from a dang phone booth?
don't you recognize my voice?
I hate recognizing, and I don't recognize.
Guess what?
You're moving.
No.
I can't think of other stuff.
The faceplate was a clue. I'm on my mom's cell phone. So now I am loosed on the atmosphere, and I am no longer a bodied animal. I'm only an effect.
How long do you have her cell phone?
I can do basically every single thing I've ever wished to do.
Did your read say anything?
Did you read Death of a Salesman? No, I haven't read it yet. Is there a good one?
Let me get it. By the way, I shaved off my nail with a vegetable peeler when I was pretending to be a chef. This one is good.
Does it have to do with kissing.
No.
If you've noticed, like, a lot of them have to do with kissing, and it hurts the arches of my feet in little kind of like electric way every time I imagine them even wanting to kiss. Read the one you liked.
Do you even have sexual feelings?
No.
You don't get, like, a tingling? Like, what do we call it? A terrible horniness, god-awful horny achiness?
Maybe.
When?
When we read the Say Anythings.
That's super interesting.
That don't have to do with kissing.
Okay. A bunch of us were at a sleepover. I'll just cut to the chase. The story is about a girl who hides in a bathroom closet in a mansion. And then her friend's mom comes in and uses the bathroom while she's hiding in there. And then the mom takes a shower and opens the closet door naked. And they both scream. My hand got so sweaty when I read that, but the magazine feels damp.
She probably has to change schools.
Don't worry, my mom said that these things are made up.
Your mom believes nonsense.
No. She said not to worry because these are made up. You can tell. They all sound the same. It's like the same person wrote all of them. Would you ever write like this?
I would never think like that, so no. But I would commit murder with my bare hands in exchange for being able to write or think how I wanted. I need Ethan Blum's phone number.
What do you mean?
Would you tell me his phone number, please, is what I
Do
mean.
you mean Ethan Blum from the play?
Yes?
I thought you wanted to quit the play.
I didn't get the part I wanted.
What part did you want?
Albert.
What?
Albert.
Who?
Albert.
I don't know who that is.
What in the world is wrong with you? It's the main part.
Kim is the main part.
Albert is the main part.
Oh, like man.
What is gender but a violent scale of intended seriousness?
That would be uber interesting if you played Albert.
I practiced in my room every single day for 1 year, ever since the last play, which was 1 year ago. I practiced to the Jason Alexander version CD.
So answer this. Are you quitting the play or not?
No. And that's why I need to call Ethan Blum.
You have the contact sheet too, I thought.
I lost it.
What do you need to ask Ethan Blum?
About it. Questions on the rehearsal schedule.
Did you lose it?
Yes.
But Greta, think for another second instead of like an idiot. Like, I have the rehearsal schedule.
Remember when you brought the packet of Crystal Light when we went on that really, really, really long hike at Brunswick Park and also had water? It makes me think that I need to change in certain ways, or that there's something uneasy about you that also protects you, or that you're psychic.
I hope I die when I'm around 21, but only if I'm extra pretty. So people will be like, they'll just be like, so sad Like, they'll be like, we have to make a movie.
Anyway, I lied. To tell you the truth, I want you to look at the contact sheet and give me Ethan Blum's phone number so I can ask him if, to go with me to the St. Francis dance.
What?
St. Francis has a middle school dance.
I know.
It's an all-boys school.
I know.
And so they ask girls from other schools.
I know.
So I want to go with him. I want to ask him if he wants to take me.
Okay, that makes sense. But I have to think about it if you're discussing first. Because I couldn't imagine you asking a kid, to dance. You always don't care what other people think. And so sometimes that makes me glad you're my friend. Even though sometimes it feels like anything could become humiliating at any time.
I care what other people think.
My mom says you march to the beat of your own drum.
No, I'm sorry, but she's stupid.
Did you know that once, when Zubin called me to ask a question about the history homework, my mom told him I was, and I quote, sitting on the pot?
You've talked about that every day for 5 months.
That could be a say anything.
It would be the best one and win humiliation of the month.
Thank you. Okay, I will get Ethan Blum's phone number, but one thing you know, he's probably gay, right?
I mean, that's what I thought based on certain qualities, but he asked that girl Marissa from his dance class to a movie, as a date once, and they went to Gloria Jean's and they tried to bring their chocolate drink things in, but they got caught and had to throw them away, and then they saw A Walk to Remember, and she cried so hard afterwards that she threw up, and then they kissed.
Okay, hold on. Guess what? So now I don't have an entire fingernail, and later I'm gonna wash my finger in warm water and lather it with Neosporin, and then put another bandage on it. Okay, are you ready?
I really care what other people think, and I'm not kidding.
Okay.
I almost exclusively care about what other people think, but it's in this way where I'm trying to control what they think so I understand how you might think that I don't care what other people think, but it's really that I don't care what they used to think. I only care about what they think from now on.
Okay. Ethan Blum's phone number is DD Liba Da. Did you write it down?
No, I'll remember.
Do you know his sister?
Yes.
She's cool.
Sable Blum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sable.
Sable. Blum. She just got a job at Hot Topic.
Sable Blum. Sable Blum. Okay. Bye.
D Flee ba da D Flee ba da D Flee ba da D Flee ba D. rise and cheer up. Put on a happy face. Take off that gloomy mask of tragedy. It's not your style. You look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile. Think of a pleasant outlook. Stick out that noble chin. Wipe off that full of doubt look. Snap on a happy grin. And spread sunshine all over the place. Just put on a happy face.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Who is this?
Is this Mrs. Blum?
Who is this?
This is Greta Hamburger from the play.
Oh, how are you doing, sweetie? Ethan is so happy to be in the play with you again this year.
I'm good. Is Ethan there?
Yes. Ethan, come!
Hello?
Is your sister home?
Who is this?
It's Greta?
Am I supposed to be at play practice or something?
No. Have you ever heard of the Say Anythings in YM magazine?
No.
Do you ever have SE-actual feelings, like a tingling, like a, what do you call it, a terrible horniness, god-awful horny, awful achiness?
Every day, and it's ruining my life.
I empathize. Do you want to go to your middle school dance with me?
The St. Francis dance?
Yes. We have no choice. It's the only dance I've ever heard of.
Greta, I would really like to go with you, but I asked Marissa already, and now I really don't know what to do. I know this isn't one of life's biggest problems, but it sort of feels like it right now. I feel stressed, like unique suffering, like I permanently don't know what to do, and it's hard to imagine I'll ever feel comfortable, even physically comfortable again for a moment of my life.
I promise you, you'll be okay, because I will tell you exactly what to do.
Okay.
Call Marissa, which, by the way, I didn't know you were going on dates with her anymore.
Sometimes she calls me, and sometimes I talk to her.
Anyway, this is what you do. Call her and tell her that you really like her and you want to go out with her. Like, you want to be her boyfriend.
Never say that again, or I will have to throw myself down a large staircase and break every bone in front of you in a horrifying way.
That's just how it's going to be. And then she'll say really, and you'll say, Marissa, you're very pretty, and I've always been nervous and never been sure because you made me nervous, but now I'm sure, and I want to be your boyfriend.
Please,
Then,
stop.
Then she'll say okay, and then you'll say, Well, you know me from the plays. You'll say, I know Greta from Bye Bye Birdie. I know her since last year's plays. And she has problems. And something really, really horrible happened to her. Like the biggest humiliation ever in her life. And so I can't even tell you what it is because of that. So my mom suggested that I should take her to the dance because that would make her feel better. And then you say to her, what do you think? Do you think that would be nice? If I took Greta to the dance instead of you, what would you do?
Would you mind writing that down?
Is your sister home?
Which sister?
What do you mean?
I have 3 sisters.
Sable. I met her.
Okay.
Is she home?
Yeah?
Can I please speak to her?
Why?
I have a question on my math homework.
What?
At my school, I'm in a really, really advanced math level.
Really?
The highest advanced math possible, actually.
Really?
Isn't your sister a junior?
Yes.
I thought she could help me.
Wouldn't it be a much smarter choice to call someone in your class?
I tried. The question was too hard. It was too hard for everyone in the entire class. And also I called my cousin and my uncle. It was too hard for them. I even had to call a teacher. And I had to say, look, this is too hard. And she said I needed to figure it out before tomorrow or that I would fail.
Izzy! 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 Phone!
Hello?
Hi.
Who is this?
Greta Hamburger from the play with Ethan.
Oh,
Did he call you Izzy?
yes.
Isn't your name Sable?
It's Isabel.
Oh. Why did you change it?
I like Sable.
I really like it too.
Yeah.
I will always think of you as Sable.
Okay.
In your mind, do you call yourself Sable?
I don't know.
In my mind, I call myself Little Fool.
Weird.
Do you ever get smoothies at the mall?
What?
Don't you work at Hot Topic?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't get very much stuff for free or anything, but one belt that was $30 was on sale for half off, and then I got half off that, so then it was cheap.
Whoa.
It's ugly though, but I didn't notice at first.
What do you want to do for your job later, like after college?
I don't know. I used to want to be in a band, but I guess I like music, but I guess I know that I don't like working very much, and a lot of the time someone tells me something I should do, even if it's simple, like not hard for me to do. I still resent them for asking me to do it, and then if I do it, I have a resentment for what I'm doing and feel a righteous indignation for almost no reason. So I guess what I want to do when I'm finished with school is just become someone who doesn't feel that diligence is deeply tragic and maybe even unjust.
Diligence is tragic and unjust.
But can you figure out why?
No. I have a question. Other people think you're cool, so does that make you think that you're more entitled to your fear of being harmed?
Maybe. What do you want your job to be?
That's hard to describe because what I want currently is to fill out forms. I love to fill out forms in thick black ink because then I have marked reality down on something, so I officially have a name, etc. But I would like to fill out a lot of forms, but like in a way where like every paper I touch would be incredibly important. And this is not what I want for the future. This is what I want right now. I want to look like someone and therefore be someone who could walk into an office building and at the front desk a secretary would say, "Could I get you a cup of coffee, Albert?" And I'd say, "Sure." And even though I'd be like, even if somebody thought that person's a failure, I'd still be very serious. We'd all be very serious. And then we'd sit down and I'd take a paper out of my briefcase and I put information all over it in thick black ink. And my house and my yard would be very serious so no one would bother me. And like, I wish right now we could sit at dinner and with like at a restaurant with leather chairs and everyone would say, "What can I get for you?"
What would you get?
What's a serious drink?
Water?
I mean with alcohol.
Gin?
I have a math question.
Okay.
How do you find the length of a diagonal when you're given 3 coordinate points of a non-right triangle?
What?
Maybe there's a formula I'm forgetting.
Are you...
What?
You're asking me to help you with this math question.
I'm in a very advanced math class, and I thought that you might know the answer since you're a junior.
That's so funny. I don't have any idea what you just said at all. And even if I did, if I was looking at your homework, I probably couldn't help you. I mean, maybe I could if I had a textbook or something.
You could come over to my house.
Now?
You could look at like the textbook or something and just tell me what it says.
Can't you tell what it says?
I don't understand it. You probably don't want to come over to my house, but I've met you before.
I know. I saw you in the play last year. Hello?
You did?
A year ago was the last play I saw, and you were in it with Ethan, and it had the part about the address in space.
Our town.
And you played the guy at the shop.
I was the stage manager in the second act.
I remember you doing some gestures in the part with a wedding.
You do.
I remember it really well for some reason, like I could say all the parts.
Do it.
No.
I meant to ask you, do you ever get smoothies at the mall?
Oh, sometimes.
So, okay, so, I mean, yeah, me too.
Well, do you want me to put you back on with Ethan since I can't help you with your math problem?
No. Maybe if I go to the mall, I could call you and tell you that I was there and see if you were there, and I could bring you a smoothie. I could call you when I got there. I could call Hot Topic on my cell phone.
You seriously have a cell phone?
Of course.
Aren't you 12?
I'm 13.
Well, I don't even have a cell phone.
Yeah, I just got this one, this Nokia. It has an unusual Picasso faceplate.
Wow.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting a new faceplate. What do you think I should get?
Is there a Nirvana one?
Yeah, like totally. Like probably if I order it from California.
Do you even like Nirvana?
Oh, by the way, I originally called your house to ask Ethan to the middle school dance.
You did?
Yeah, like I asked him if he would take me to his dance at his school.
I think he has a little girlfriend or some sort of girl. I don't know. Girlfriend.
Who do you like better, me or her?
You.
Well, he does too, so that's why he's bringing me instead.
Cute.
Anyway, so, by the way, I'll probably see you when I come over before. Like, I'll probably, be at your house before, so I will probably see you.
Do you want me to, like, do your makeup or something like that?
Yes.
I have, like, cool, like, weird, like, seriously cool makeup.
I don't have any.
I could do something kind of crazy with your hair.
What, like? Brush it?
No, like, I don't know. I could make you look cool or something.
Hey, Greta? Greta, are you hiding in your closet?
Is that your mom?
Greta?
Hold on.
Greta? Are you talking on my phone? Greta? Greta, get out of the closet. Greta, you're not 4. Get out of the closet. Greta! Greta! Greta, come on. I need my phone. What are you doing? You can use it later if you want. Greta, I would like to use my phone.
Bye.
Uh-huh. Life's like this. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's the way it is. Chill out, what you yelling for? Lay back, it's all been done before. And if you could only let it be, you will see I like you the way you are. When we're driving in your car and you're talking to me one-on-one, but you become somebody else around everyone else. You're watching your back like you can't relax. You try to be cool, you look like a fool to me. Tell me, why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else gets me frustrated. Life's like this, and you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty and promise me I'm never gonna find you faking. No, no, no. You come over unannounced, dressed up like you're something else. Where you are and where it's at, you see, you're making me laugh out when you strike your pose. Take off all your preppy clothes. You know you're not fooling anyone when you become somebody else around everyone else. You're watching your back like you can't relax. You try to be cool, you look like a fool to me. Tell me, why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else gets me frustrated. Life's like this, and you fall and you crawl and you break and you take what you get and you turn it into honesty and promise me I'm never gonna find you faking. No, no, no.
Hello, everyone. Hi, thank you all so much for joining us. We are so excited to premiere this piece. I am, well, just frankly, so thrilled that that the computer worked. We were having, of course, as always, here a little bit of difficulty, but it seems like we had an actually successful technical run, which is all the better because it's a beautiful piece, and I'm really glad you got to share in it. So, as promised, I'm going to bring in Katie Rose and Liza and Staab and Sara, and we're going to talk to you about what it was like to put together Honestly Sincere. And of course, any questions you have, please just put them in the chat. We're happy to answer them. We also have a show at 9 p.m., so we'll keep this one a little bit shorter, this talk back. So if you enjoyed yourself, please spread the word. The link is right at the top of our channel. So thanks. We hope to have a really exciting 9 p.m. So while I'm doing this, of course, I should be getting onto Zoom so that I can introduce everyone. In the meantime, please subscribe if you can, and if you're feeling generous, please do feel free to donate at our Fractured Atlas page or in the chat. All right, I'm so close here. All right. Let me make sure I get my headphones. Where are they? Hey, headphones, where'd you go? The other headphones. Really? Oh, there they are. They're just underneath 100 things. There we go. So let me just make sure all the correct inputs are indeed in place. There we go. And untangle these, dear. Well, anyway, thank you all. Let me introduce the team behind Honestly Sincere. Here they are. And let's see if this works. Hey! Katie Rose, would you mind saying hello? Katie Rose, would you mind saying hello? No? Oh, wait, maybe my Zoom is muted. Yes, it is. Hey, Katie Rose. Katie Rose, you there? Would you mind saying hello?
Hi.
There we go. All right, let me put this into performance mode so it'll be a little less choppy. But it looks like this is working. Hi, everyone. Good to see you.
Hi, Josh.
Hi.
Hi. Yay. Great work.
Hey. It came together. So, of course, introductions. KR, you usually do this, but I already have my glass of wine.
Look at you.
Well, we had a nice.
So good with your...
Yeah.
It looks so good with your nails.
Well, thank you. I just did them.
Such a.
Well, anyway, KR, take it away. I'll just sit here and have a sip.
Great. Mm-hmm. Hi, everybody. I'm Katie Rose McLaughlin. I'm the co-creative director of Theater in Quarantine, and I was also the choreographer and associate director of this beautiful play by Liza Birkenmeier. We're going to go around and introduce ourselves. Liza, will you take it away?
Hey, I'm Liza. Glad you're here.
Sara?
Hi, I'm Sara. I was the visual designer, and this is Willow.
Hey, Willow.
Hi, Willow. Hi, Willow. Willow's first talkback. Is this Willow's first talkback?
No, it is not Willow's first talkback.
Great.
Here we are.
So good.
So where do we start? I mean, first off, as I said, it's always touch and go here on the day of, really. So I shouldn't act surprised. But hey, we have one in the bag.
We did one.
It happened.
Yeah. Goodness. KR, go ahead.
There's a lot of questions in the comments.
Well, okay. There's
a lot.
Zoom. It's supposed. Well, I already see one about the child voice actors, so I was about to throw it back to you and ask, where'd you find all those young voice actors?
Oh yeah. So we put a post on Facebook. As most great things that happen with theater in quarantine, we put a plea out on Facebook for help. And also I am a teacher, as are actually everyone involved with this show. And so I was really, really pleased to get to tap one of my students who is no longer a student of mine, but an amazing talent who now goes to university at Baldwin-Wallace. She's working on her BFA in musical theater. Hailey Elberg, she played Sable, and then her little sister Remi, who's this incredible child who I also got to meet. They came to see a show of mine. And so I just knew them. And actually, when we were talking about the show, we were like, do we want to have children play the children voices, or should it be adults? And so I asked Remi and Hailey if they wouldn't mind testing it out. They were brilliant. We decided we wanted to use children. Cast them, easy peasy. And then a friend of yours, Josh, right? Sarah Boyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who happened to know Alex Bello, who is this incredible other child actor who you heard play Ethan. And then we just had a really great fast session working with all of them. They were all so wonderful. Turns out I am now a child casting director. Is what we learned working on the show.
Well, before we get to some of the other questions, I want to actually ask Liza what your experience of bringing in the child actors was, because I know that was not your intention from the beginning whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just underestimated children. Like, I think that, because I imagined the piece is so like deeply erotic, and that was some of the excitement and awkwardness of it. I imagined that, of course, we had to have adults read, and but of course, like, teenagers get it, and hearing them, like you two, for the first time when we heard them, it was like so thrilling, and does something, even though like I don't always think that like pursuing authenticity is the same thing as like pursuing the truth of a fictional script. In this case, it did feel like this sort of thrill, and the things that were not allowed and the things that were uncomfortable felt all the more palpable with teenagers, and especially with these brilliant, they're brilliant performers. They were incredible. So I think that like both aesthetically and also just in terms of the quality of what they brought, I had originally underestimated, which I now regret.
Well, it was something we talked about quite a bit, ultimately.
Mm-hmm. It was.
I mean, I don't think it's just a matter of underestimating their talent. It's I think it's lucky that Pen 15 existed as a reference point. But there was still a lot of discussions about what it means to have a 36-year-old man like wedged into this conversation between teenagers, and the discomfort, sometimes intentional, sometimes maybe not, of that choice. So okay, there's just, this chat's amazing, everybody. I'm enjoying it. First off, I just want to say to Sonia, I'm so excited that you were Mrs. McAfee. That recording of Bye Bye Birdie is a 1988 recording of a production that my mother choreographed at a high school the month that my brother was born. So as soon as Liza brought us this script, I said, well, we desperately need to incorporate this production of Bye Bye Birdie. I also want to just warn people out there, it's possible that we have some bad lag right now.
It's bad.
We've been struggling with the Zooms afterwards.
But it's just the video. The audio sounds fine. It's just the video. So everyone should just close their eyes. Take a deep breath.
Any big spenders want to get me a bigger MacBook, that'd be great.
Yes,
But
please.
yeah, this used to work no problem. In the past 2 times, something is up.
We don't know what's
And
up.
We don't know what's up. We don't know. We thought all the problems with the other computer, and now this one's acting up too. So much for getting a new camera. We have a lot of other things to deal with first. But that being said, there's still a lot of cool questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Did you soundproof reinforce your closet? I'm new, says Jonathan Jacobs,
Hey, Jonathan
which
Jacobs.
is such a lovely comment.
Well, no.
Slash question.
I did not soundproof it. I should have soundproofed it. My poor neighbors, poor downstairs neighbors, who have not complained. They haven't even hit the ceiling with a broom yet. But I did reinforce it, yes. So that was actually one of the first things I did with the closet was I put up 3/4 inch ply on all the walls and bolted them in really securely because I had a sneaking suspicion that I would like to do some, acrobatic stuff in there, and I wanted that to be secure. So those are bolted in with 8 toggle bolts. That's pretty darn secure. That'll hold me. And what's even more fun is, because we've done another couple pieces that have had a lot of toggle bolts, is one day when we finally take apart this closet, or I move or whatever, there's just going to be like dozens of toggle bolt pieces in the walls from productions past. It's a
So
sort of,
good.
yeah.
Solomon Weisbard asks, how did you come up with the Elberg costume? Or was it written in? Brilliant. But then also says, my high school did Bye Bye Birdie and Our Town when I was a student. So big connection to this piece.
Yes. Can we talk about the Elberg of it all, I guess?
Yeah.
Sara, Liza, do either of you want to take that? Or rather, I'll start with Liza.
Okay.
What was your expectation? So, of course, Liza's a dear friend of Katie Rose and I. We all were hanging out around Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh, like 10 years plus
What
ago.
is time?
And so, anyway, we've been asking Liza to write something for the closet for months now, and Liza's, I guess, schedule was open, and she deigned to help us, and we're just like really thrilled to have her, of course. And this is the piece that you were like moved to write for the closet. And so I guess the big question, like going back to Solomon's question, is it a costume? Is it a character? Is it part of the script? Or is this something we just totally took liberty with?
I mean, it's definitely part of the script. I mean, I definitely imagined early on, like, I thought that something that this form, like, the work of you two has been so, like, Katie Rose and Josh, your work has been just so beautiful, and particularly for this form. And one of the things that felt so like exciting about watching it was the quality that live theater doesn't always afford us, which is the really intimate vocal quality of a phone call, especially like a quiet phone call. And so initially I was like just so excited to be like, what if we had live voices in the intimacy of a phone call, which to me is like, as simple as that is, like exciting and erotic. And I honestly have no answer for like the why precisely Albert Peterson from Bye Bye Birdie, except that like one of the ways I imagined like really treasuring the experience and body of Josh Gelb was imagining like in like a pretty self-focused way my own sort of desires as a 12 and 13-year-old girl, and really being able to place those onto like middle-aged men, specifically characters in musicals, which I was in. And like, I played Seymour in Little Shop of Horrors, and really wanted to be Albert in Bye Bye Birdie. And it was a way to like sort of channel like feelings and desires that didn't align with any experience I'd ever heard of. It allowed me to like have the language and means to pursue them. So, when I was thinking of Josh, particularly like your brilliant performing and all of that, I was like, this is a way in which I like so solidly, desired and understood it through my perspective. Mm-hmm. So Albert seemed so perfect because you, Josh, you'd be an incredible Albert Peterson. Oh, wow. And I would have deeply wished to be you in 2002.
Right. Well, so Sara, you came on like 2 weeks ago, maybe less.
Yeah, like a minute ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, I believe we had already decided that I was in the space as Albert. We knew that much. But there was still I'd say a whole week of conversations about how actually my body and what the voice of Greta is. And I guess I'm intrigued to like what you came into and how it evolved and how you found your role. I mean, there's so much love for the collage. It is just the most striking like piece of art. And it is on your wall somewhere, I hope still.
Oh yeah, it is. It's in the dining room.
Oh,
it will stay there. Who knows how long it will stay there.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because I think one of the things that you and I talked about actually immediately, because of course I've been following your work, you guys, since the beginning of the pandemic, that this was the first piece that was supposed to take place in a closet. And that there was like an honoring of that felt really important. Which I think was also your instinct, because before I even came on, the rod was there. We were like, there is a rod in this closet and it allows me to flip upside down. So like, what are we going to do with that?
That's what I knew.
Yeah, exactly. And so then it became like, well, who is Josh? Like what is the combination of Albert and Greta in this world? And is it, Josh's body, but 13-year-old Greta's voice? Or is it sometimes Josh's body and Greta's voice? Is it sometimes Josh's voice and Josh's body? And I just feel like we kind of talked through all of those versions and then had a really great day where you were like, now we're just going to look at stuff. Let's look at these things. And it was amazing how fitting it seemed to have Greta's words come out of your form. And then clearly, because also as soon as you and I talked, we both like went away separately and watched the Bye Bye Birdie from like 1996.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just seemed so clear that you were going to look like Albert, that was the only thing you could possibly would be to look as much like Albert as possible.
Oh, I should probably mention that there's a little bit of fate involved here. I went to a thrift store and found this suit for $20 of like only 3 or 4 men's suits that they had. $20. So it fit me like a glove.
Fits you perfect.
Done.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, too, it feels like about this process is that there's a lot of trusting the universe that has to be involved.
Yes.
You should have seen the like final texts before this performance, which is just like, that's it. I'm turning on the computer. I'm crossing my fingers. There is nothing more to be done.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Go ahead. There's another really, really great question from Jonathan Jacobs, which is, if it were one of your birthdays, what would you do? Which is so fun because this actually isn't a hypothetical question because it is one of our birthdays. I feel like I should say which one, but now we know.
Happy birthday.
That one. What would you do, Sara, if it was your birthday?
I would order Lebanese food.
Ooh.
and set up the projector and watch theater in quarantine. That's what I would do.
Clearly.
brief intermission for a talk back, and then you can watch this double feature.
And then, well, no, brief intermission for a talk back. Then we eat cake, and then we come back for the second feature.
Oh, what kind of cake? What's
Yeah, what
your
do you
cake?
got?
I don't know. It's a surprise. I haven't been told anything, and I've not been allowed to look up while in the kitchen.
Ooh.
Just hanging from the ceiling.
It might be. I was told like I could look down enough to pass through the kitchen, but I'm not allowed to look up.
Oh, so good. So good.
But I've heard words like coconut and also maybe meringue, and there was a lot of food coloring involved.
I'm very excited for you.
Willow.
Oh,
Yeah.
When I watched the video that you were on,
Uh-huh.
you didn't talk.
Oh. Willow says I'm not talking right now.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
talking now. If you go in there, you can hear me in 28 seconds.
The thing about YouTube, it's so crazy.
yeah, truly. Sonia has asked, are there two different sets of clothing in the closet? Are there? Did anyone catch
There is.
There is.
which
It's
scene? I can
very-
change it.
It's
Where is
the
it?
same. It's the same place.
Oh, I
It's when the
fixed that.
mom, yeah.
I know. I thought it's only a blank this time. Last time it was in for a while, but it's still, there's a flash of it.
Oh, I know exactly where it is. Okay, I'll fix that. Yeah. It's in the other scene. Yeah.
Also, I just wanted to mention that Brody is with us. So hello to Brody.
Brody.
Yes.
Thank you to Brody.
Thank you to Brody. Also, Hailey is with us.
Hailey!
And also Hailey and Remi's mom is here. Remi's going to watch the 9 o'clock because she's cool like that.
Oh, clearly.
Cool.
Wow.
I mean,
Well, hello to all of you out there. Thank you so much. You're the most amazing acting scene partners I've ever had, truly. And Brody,
Incredible.
and Brody, that cover. Whoa.
Brody.
I've had people asking me all day who is singing that song.
Mm-hmm.
So, you've got
Brody
another
Bett.
career in front of you.
Yeah,
Cool.
has a YouTube channel. One more question before Josh, you have to run because you've got things to do. You have nail polish to take
I have to
off.
soak my hands. Yeah.
But Afra Hines, lovely Afra, asked, was this piece written specifically for TiQ, and how did the collaboration come about? We talked a little bit about why we know Liza, but I want to talk ever so briefly. We talked about the fact that it was a commission of sorts, but I just wanted to address that question quickly before we go away.
Mm-hmm.
Which